So hello and welcome to another episode of Scenes for. Today we can take a little bit of an issue, as you probably all seen from the title, and that's trying to get this soft top cover released. Now the other side over there, I'll do a little walk around and show you exactly what's going on, but in short the other side seems to be released, doesn't actually be held in with anything, to be quite honest. This side I can't get it to release. There are two little levers here to look at in a minute, so I'm going to try and get this released. There are a few different ways that you can do this, so we're going to give them a little bit of a go and see what works. I've watched a few videos, had some advice from people on here as well, which is really helpful. Thank you very much for that. And they've pointed me to other videos and other websites to have a look at. So I've been trying to go for all the information. Now it's finally time to see if I can get this released. Obviously, once I get it released, then I'm going to have to order some parts and try and get it sorted before I put it back down again. Now, I'd want to get this car out and using this car, so I'm in a little bit of time crunch. I've left this a bit too late in the year to do this really, but we'll give it a go anyway. So let me show you actually is going on with the roof. So this side is free. You can see it sort of moving. So as I'm moving it, the camera is moving. But you can see it sort of moving. It flexes all the way to here. So it seems to be free on this end, but obviously not on that end. So this is our pop end. And if I just pull this up, hopefully you'll be able to hear the little clicking sound it makes. There's obviously something getting in the way there. I don't know if you hear that sound or not, but there is something definitely getting in the way. Now, you have got two little levers back there. This one, on this guy, I don't know if it's right or not, controls the pin that is in the middle. So that one is in control. You can actually hear it. You might be able to hear that releasing, so I know it's nothing to do with that. So there is another little lever here, smaller one, and no matter what position, it doesn't seem matter if I move the lever that controls the middle pin around this little lever, you can almost feel it doing something. There's like a little bit of tension when you push it down, but it doesn't actually release anything in here. So I'm gonna have to get in the little hole here at this side bit here. You can't really see much, so I'm not going to film too much of me actually doing this. You won't be able to see what I'm doing anyway. Probably when I release hopefully when I release the roof, I'll show you a little bit more about what I've been doing. Now, it's worth pointing out, I know this soft top has been messed about with, because this very nasty cut, very primitive cut that someone's done, was on the other side. You can see it's got a middle bit in between the two gaps. Well, I've just got one big hole. Should be a metal piece coming out here, so that might be something to look into. And I know this car at some point, I think in the 90s, had an electric roof, soft top roof conversion. I don't know if that's the right term. Basically had something that you could push a button, and an extra button, that one there in the dash, and you push it, and basically instead of you manually putting the roof down, it will be electronically put up and down. There's still some of the gubbins in there as well. Now, I've never tested this because I'm quite happy just doing it this mechanical manual way. But anyway, so I know it's messed about with, so let's get in, let's see what's going on with this. So here are the tools that I've got for the job. Hopefully one of these is going to work, or maybe one or a combination of one or two. So I do feel a bit like a surgeon having them all these tools sort of laid out here a little bit, but sort of missing a scalpel to start off with. So actually, only after about 5-10 minutes, I've actually managed to get the top up, the cover up, and I've also managed to get the soft top up into this position, so I can actually get a little bit of space and have a look what's going in on here. So let's put a bit of light on here, and let me tell you exactly what I did. Now, people have said that you can actually get in and push this back like so. If you can get in there, I found that was really difficult to do so. The best thing I did, I managed to go down here, and I managed to put, if we can get the camera right, so imagine I'm going in at the side there. You can see there's a little hole in there, and you pull that back, it releases this. I think I've also found the problem with this, and it's this metal pin here connects to the bottom of the latch to that little lever here. So if I show you what's happening, So it's working, it's all connected up. What's not happening though is it's not actually releasing this. So it should be pulling it back like so and releasing it when you pull the lever down the side here, but it's not. So I'm pulling the big lever, everything's moving bar the actual latch bit there. Now I think what's happened, if we have a look at the amount of movement, I mean, if we pull that back, it's working, but there is so much. And look at the way that's just moving around. I don't think that should be like that. Unfortunately, it's a different system on the other side, so I'll come on to that in a minute, and there is issues on the other side. So I can't really go to the other side to do a bit of a comparison. So probably what I need to do is either get somehow these tightened in. I'll have to have a look at how I'm going to do that, or possibly buy a new sort of mechanism this side. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on that. And the driver's side also has issues. We pull on the wire and it seems to actually tighten up the wire here. You almost feel it pulling it. However, it actually only seems to be pulling the cover and not actually the wire itself. So if I tug on the wire, it does it, whereas actually what it's pulling is this cover. So there's obviously a bit of a, I don't know if it's a bit screwy or this part meant to be inside here, but it's not actually operating as it should, and I can't seem to, I have to have fiddle about it. It just, every time I put it back in, it just comes out again, so it's not actually operating. So that actually will work, as I say. That is operating as it should. That's not the only problem though. Even if it was working, I'm missing the part that actually sort of latches together. So I need to get a new one of those. Let me go and show you on the other side what it should look like. So this is what I'm missing on the other side. So when you push it down, the latch actually goes into this hole here. And then obviously it holds it in place when you've got the cover down. So hopefully you've enjoyed part one of this. Obviously I'm going to have to go away and research just a little bit more, particularly this bit here, because it all seems to be complete. It's just not quite functioning as it should. The cable, I've tried to adjust the end of the cable over there just to see if it was something that wasn't adjusted right, but no matter what I seem to do, the cover for the cable just comes loose. And every time you pull and leave it, it's just pulling on the cover as opposed to putting the tension on the actual cable. So I think I possibly am going to buy a new cable just for that. It's almost like the cover's broken, you almost see it's snapped off almost. So I'm going to have to go away and buy a new cable. It's slightly annoying for a little bit of a break in that metal part, but hey ho, it is what it is. And obviously I'm going to also buy another one of the latches just for the soft top cover, yes, on the other side. So I'm going to have to buy one of those as well, because that's obviously been messed about with a little bit. I can sort of see a couple of bits that are broken. I can also see a couple of bits that have been messed around by a previous owner, shall we say, and a little bit of a bodge I think has happened, to be honest. So I feel like it's one step forward and about 3 steps back, but at least I now know how to release this easily, and if I do want to go out in the meantime and it's a nice sunny day for a little drive around, I can put this through soft top back down. At least I know how to get back into here, even though it's not latching properly. But I say that's if I do want to go. I'm hoping to get the parts all the next few days and actually get this sorted fairly soon. I do want to get the soft top down and actually be able to use the soft top more rather than the hard top. So as I've already mentioned in the last update video, this car now is going to be permanently in this barn, so I don't really need the hard top anymore. I'm just going to try and solely rely on this soft top, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I also have to mention, I don't know how much this has affected it when I've come to edit this video together, but the farmer in the field next door has decided to separate the sheep from the lambs today. So if you can hear sheep or lambs barring away, no, you're not going mad. It is in the background of the video. I don't know how much is being picked up on this microphone until I go away and edit stuff. So thank you very much for watching. It's going to be goodbye from me, goodbye from the SL, and we'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.